The market cap is $2.168 trillion. And now the market, it went to zero.
GM, and welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, we have a brand new main character. He's been building up his profile over the last month or so, painting some pretty cool pictures on the charts, and today we'll have a little look at DWF LABS Andrei. Plus, linked to this, we have some Binance updates as well. They're quite a big market maker over on Binance at DWF. But we're going to start here with the BTC chart. If you enjoy this one, a bit of entertainment here today, make sure you do subscribe and slap a like on the video. Let's jump in. So as we can see from the charts here, Bitcoin is just grinding its way on up. Yesterday, we had this nasty wick to the upside, brought back down to reality yesterday. After the video went out, we were at like 27.2 as I was filming, and then I went out for a walk a bit later on, and then we started to nuke to around 26.5. We also saw around $500 million worth of open interest wiped off the board as well. So thanks for playing. And it looks like today we are picking up from yesterday, and we have some additional momentum here. So Bitcoin generally just grinding on up, but let's jump into the main news. So first and foremost, the Binance woes. This is one of the biggest clouds overlooking the crypto industry right now, but just came in yesterday. Judge declines SEC's request to inspect Binance US. Pretty much saying here in the comments, get a grip of yourselves, work something out and collaborate. So the quote is, I'm not going to order from the bench right now that they produce or not produce things. Let's continue to try and work this out. I just want to keep things moving. That from Judge Zia Faruqi. So no real negative headline coming out of this, no real major positive. But the fact that the judge hasn't gone all in and started to condemn Binance here is of course more bullish than bearish overall. And the fact that the SEC yet again are getting some form of a little bit of rejection from the courts is yet another little win for crypto. And we'll take these as we can. So it seems that the kind of doom and gloom around Binance isn't going to be all that bad. And when you look at the Binance US actual trade volume here that Will Clemente posted, it all seems like to me they're just going to end this with a winding down of Binance US services. If you look at the volumes, they're down 99% already. So is it even worth it to continue offering services to the US clientele when the US regulators absolutely hate your guts and it accounts for no profitability anyway? So Binance US shut down ETF approval, please. Now we jump into the main character syndrome. Crypto always has to have a main character, whether that be for good or for bad. And this guy, you could paint him into either category here because you can potentially trade along with this, but it does seem like a little bit of market manipulation. So he says this in a quite bold tweet. Wow, it's negative 2.5% funding rate again. What a week. Be careful with perps. Not financial advice. Do your own research. Tree of Alpha chiming in. Take this guy and let us keep CZ. And Byzantine General. Imagine publicly bragging about market manipulation under your real name. LMAO. So that is seemingly what he is doing, bragging about the market manipulation going on from his own market making firm, DWF Labs. Now over at Token 2049, we also heard about this with criticism coming from Wintermute, another market maker as well. Andrei Granchev again having a bit of a laugh and poking some fun at this. But a little bit of detail here from Wu Blockchain. Essentially, the market maker Wintermute is saying they don't like people in the industry who manipulate the market instead of providing liquidity to guide the healthy development of the market, and they criticize DWF for declaring OTC transactions as investments. And then in good old fashion of taking one to receive one, DWF has previously accused Wintermute of using the media to spread false information. So it seems like even the market makers are at each other's necks at this point in the market cycle. But let's look at some of the charts that have been painted recently by market maker DWF. So this was the first one on the playbook, YGG Yield Guild Games. This was the start of August. The funding rate was massively negative. It was picked up by the likes of Hasaka, DWF apparently holding a ton of these coins. And in a low liquidity environment, you have cornering of the supply, you can pretty much therefore do what you want with the token price. This coin had more open interest than the market cap, I believe, and so this one was going wild over on Binance. Many people entering the chat starting to short this to oblivion, which provided the rocket fuel for a bit of a token price pump, and so those in short positions in order to close out have to buy the token, hence we get this huge move upwards, a bit of a Burj Khalifa. So you can see they painted that picture on the chart. This is well noted now over the last month. Then just yesterday, over the last couple of days really, we hear talks of TRB, Teller Tributes, the Oracle, also getting the DWF treatments, and a lot of interest on this one. The funding rate going absolutely bananas, and we had yet another bit of rocket fuel to the upside, and then a deep retrace just afterwards. The old pump and dump, if you will. It has slightly recovered though today, up decent percentage points yet again. So what's interesting here is they've had this kind of playbook. People also suggesting that the Hi-Fi token is another one under this kind of umbrella. Go and check that chart out. Again, similar kind of picture as the first one here, YGG. But the next one potentially on the playbook here is Spell, Abracadabra Money. So a ton of tokens here, 3.3 billion Spell tokens here in this transaction, which you can't quite see off screen, but 3.2999 deposited to DWF Labs over on Binance. Now, famously, these guys are market making on Binance, but they also state that they keep all their funds, their treasury on Binance as well. So you can't really distinguish from looking at things whether or not they're trading these coins, just holding these coins, or if they're having absolute pandemonium and lots of shenanigans going on with these coins. Probably the latter. So now seemingly Spell have been deposited to Binance here from that DWF Labs wallet, and more tokens starting to get shipped in. Here is the Spell token price. It has been ticking on up nicely here as per the start of the proposal from DWF Labs to market make this token for the Abracadabra team on centralized exchanges. So it looks like we are in the early innings of the Burj Khalifa being painted here, but the kind of question is, can you get on board with these trades? Obviously, this is like a massive game of chicken. Exhibit 1, Exhibit 2, but I know a lot of people will be playing along with this one, and this has really started to take off today. Now, this was the actual proposal here. So DWF's aim is to enhance liquidity for Spell across centralized exchanges mainly, and they requested a $1.8 million loan of 4.6 billion Spell tokens, with which they will start to market make with. So again, if you think about it, a very low liquidity environment, you add a ton of liquidity to these various coins, you kind of corner the market here, and you can move price points around willy-nilly. So this is the actual spec from the proposal that has now passed, and this is why these tokens are starting to move here. So $1.8 million worth of Spell tokens over a loan across 24 months, and DWF are promising 5% annual interest on that sum, payable every 4 weeks in stable coins. They will then add deep liquidity to the following trading venues, around 100K's worth for Binance, Bitfinex, OKX, Huobi, and Bybit 40K, and BTC Turk 50K there. So we just scroll down a little bit. The Spell tokens mentioned in this proposal would come from the DAO future emissions budget. So new tokens entering the chat. Additionally to this, they've also purchased at a 15% discount to the TWAP price back at the start of September. So 15% down from somewhere around that 0.0004 price point. They've allocated $1 million into this, locked up for a 24-month period. So I guess there's a couple of questions here. First and foremost, can you get on board with these trades before they really pop off? Potentially, but you are playing a massive game of chicken. But of course, crypto participants do love a good gamble. And the second question, is this just pure market manipulation in a low liquidity environment? You'd have to say that these tokens that they've been playing with here have experienced somewhat of an anomaly of price action once these guys get involved. And quite funnily here, even Andrei tweeting a picture, maybe tongue-in-cheek, of the Burj Khalifa over the last couple of days. As he says, cheers, not financial advice, do your own research and don't play futures, ha ha ha. So ladies and gentlemen, I do think we have a brand new main character in the crypto space, Mr. Andrei Grachev of DWF Labs. I personally will be studying the playbook here and seeing if I can make a small bit of profit off the back of this, if not just for entertainment purposes only. Hope you enjoyed this one. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.